Good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope that yesterday you enjoyed listening to our story, Dear Mr. Blueberry. And I hope that you were able to add some facts to your chart here. I didn't add any facts because I want to see what you add first. So you should have had at least a couple facts on here from yesterday. Today I have a story, my nonfiction story called Whales. This is definitely an older book. You can see I've used it a lot. One of the things I like about our nonfiction stories is that when we open it up, we're going to see a table of contents. Now, if we review, we know that the table of contents tells a reader what they're going to be reading about and which page to find it on. So this story is pretty long. I'm not going to read the whole book, but today I'd like to read a couple things. So the first topic I wanted to touch on is eating habits. And if you look at the table of contents, you can see that the eating habits is going to be on page 38. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to page 38 today. And on this page, we're going to see a couple different pictures of whales. A lot of different information. One thing that's really great about nonfiction text is it always has headings that'll allow you to know what you're reading, okay? So one thing I want to read is this heading right here, and this says, how do baleen whales get their food? How do baleen whales? Gosh, I wonder what a baleen whale is. I remember one of my questions on my KWL chart was, what types of whales are there? I wonder if a baleen is a type of whale. So this says, instead of teeth, baleen whales have bristly strands called baleen. Filling their mouth, they feed by scooping up thousands of gallons of water in their mouth as they swim. So as they're swimming, they just go, and they just take tons and tons of water. But inside of that water are little shrimp-like creatures that the giant whales eat. So the biggest giant animal eats the tiniest little creature. Their huge tongue squeezes out the water, and their food is trapped in the fringes of the baleen. Then all they have to do is swallow it. So kind of like when you make spaghetti and you put the spaghetti into a strainer and all the water falls out, but all the spaghetti stays there. That's exactly what baleen whales do. They take this giant gulp of water and all the water falls out, but all the shrimp stays in there. So then they get a nice gigantic meal. So that's how baleen whales will eat. But then on this page, it talks about different things that they eat and talks about the different types of whales. So we have a bowhead whale, we have a gray whale, a humpback whale. All of these are baleen whales, which means they don't have teeth. They have that long baleen that traps the shrimp in there. But on this page, it says, what do toothed whales eat? So these whales have teeth. So you can see this is what many of us know as a shamu, okay? But the real name is an orca, or also known as a killer whale, okay? They're black and white. We also have the sperm whale down here. And it says their favorite foods of toothed whales include mackerel, which is a type of fish, herring, and squid. I know other creatures that like to eat squid too. Now also, all toothed whales are very fast swimmers. So they need to be fast so that they can catch their meals. Okay. It says whales catch their food in a variety of ways. Orcas will tip ice into large driftings of chunks of ice and grab penguins and seals that slip from the ice. And sperm whales will dive as deep as 2 miles in search of fish, squid, and even octopus. So they definitely eat different things, but they need those teeth to chew through that tough skin. And we know that things like penguins and polar bears, what do they use to keep warm? That's right, they have blubber. So if a whale wants to eat them, they're going to have those teeth to get through that blubber. Okay. There's a lot of different information in this story, which I would love to let you look at when we get back to the classroom, and hopefully you can read all about it. I don't want to talk too much more about the different types of whales. I want us to focus on today are the baleen and the toothed whales, and that might be something that you could add to your chart. I have attached to the Classroom Dojo two different papers, or three, excuse me, and three different papers. Now these are 6 different whales. So if we look at it, we have the beluga whale, the right whale, the humpback whale, the sperm whale, the blue whale, and the orca whale. And what I want you to do is you are going to have these two papers. One of them says baleen whales, and one of them says toothed whales. And down below, you'll see there is a description. And I want you to read the description of each. There's a description of the baleen whales. And I want you, again, take notice of how the baleen whales look too. They look a lot different than, say, a toothed whale, okay? And I want you to take these. You're going to, if you can print these, you're going to cut these out. You're going to glue them onto the appropriate paper, whether it's a baleen or a toothed whale. And then if you have any facts after reading, I want you to add. Now remember, if you run out of room, just turn it over and you have the whole backside to add facts, because that's exactly what we're looking for. Is the more facts that we learn, the more we know about these whales. Okay? All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Have a great day.